And I want to tell you, I was here about 6 years ago with Johnny Devine. You're saying, why are you back? Well, I'm going to be 87 next month. So obviously I have dementia and I couldn't remember having the skill and things like that. But and congratulations, Coach Simmons. What a tremendous job. And I tell you this, I am so impressed that he went to Clemson. Clemson not the end of the world, but you can sure as hell see it from there. I'll tell you, no, no, no. But they talk about taking care of the ball, how important that is. And I would say to our players, do you know how important that ball is? I mean, when you get it, you take care of it. They even named the damn game after it. Now, if they named the game after it, it has to be pretty important, so take good care of it. Look forward to following your success. As far as the autographed football, I was as a player, I could do everything with the football but autograph it, so that just happens. But I had great respect for Bobby Bowden. I learned so much from him. 10% of you won't remember 10% of what I said 10 minutes after he said it. The next few minutes, I'm going to share thoughts and ideas, and they're all true. I'm not going to make up something. But Bobby Bowden, I was a graduate assistant at Iowa University in 1960. We finished second in the country, and one of my jobs was to entertain coaches that came out in the spring. Bobby Bowden at the time was coach at Stanford University, and he came out to visit us. We became great friends. We got married, didn't have any money, went down here to Florida and spent a couple of days with Bobby, Ann, and their 5 children. And we were great friends. We talked all the time. And then I ended up at William and Mary. Now, unfortunately, we had more Marys than we had Williams. And our players had signed an aggression pact before the game. You don't hit me, I won't hit you. But we're going to go and play Bobby Bowden, coached West Virginia, coached by Bobby Bowden. I'm from West Virginia. I was born in that state. And all my friends and relatives came down to the game. And we played a great game. We're only down by 10 with 2 minutes to go in the game. In the last 2 minutes, he had 2 backs that played the pros named Gresham and Braxton. They both scored a touchdown. He beat me by 24 points. I walked out the middle of the field. I said, Bobby, how in the hell could you do that? We're friends. He said, it's your job to hold the score down, not mine. He said, recruit better or coach harder, either way. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I use 3 words of profanity. Hell, ass, and damn, and they're all in the Bible, so I feel comfortable with that. But I just had so much respect for Bobby Bowden as just a class individual. As a matter of fact, when my son Skip graduated from Notre Dame, he said he wanted to go into coaching. I said, we didn't send you to Notre Dame to be a coach, could have sent you to Kent State, where I went. Our motto at Kent State is, we can't read, we can't write, but we are Kent State. I didn't need to pay all that money to send you to Notre Dame. He said, well, I want to be a coach. I said, have you told your mom yet? He said, no. I said, make sure she's unarmed. But I picked out 5 coaches that I felt that I would feel comfortable if my son learned under him. And one of them was Bobby Bowden. And Skip came to Florida State as a graduate assistant. Ended up married a Florida State grad, AKI. I've been married for like 28 years. And Skip's done a great job. But Bobby Bowden, I trusted enough to give my son to. And it was a great move because he loved Bobby Bowden. So I just happy to be here. And I'll say this, the best advice I ever got, we have 4 children, they're all girls but 2. I'm real proud of that fact, but anyway. When our first child was born, I'm away married. Dr. George Oliver said, Coach, the best advice I can give you is to make sure that those children always know how much you love their mother. I've never said a negative word to my wife or about my wife, in front of her mother. Now in the bedroom, in the bedroom that's different, but and I don't care what you accomplish in life, if you aren't a success as a father and a husband, you've really screwed up somewhere along the line. Let's remember that's the most important role we have in life. To be a good husband, to be a good father, and to be a good leader, etc. Now, I never felt I coached football, Coach Simmons. I felt I coached life. And all we try to do is teach our players to make good choices. Wherever you are in this world is because of the choices you make. Choose new drugs, drop out of school, join a gang, get tattoos from head to bottom. You're choosing to have difficulty in life. And stop blaming me because I didn't make those decisions. You did. And so if you get people to make good decisions, good things are going to happen. And we had 3 rules. There's 3 rules. You don't need complicated rules. Rule number 1, do what's right. Do what's right and avoid what's wrong. You have any doubt, get out the Bible. That's not real hard. I think it's right to be honest. Right to be on time. Wrong to practice sexism, racism, spousal abuse. I think it's wrong for a teammate to find another teammate's wallet before he lost it. Let's go steal it. Let's just do the right thing. Second rule, do everything to the very best of your ability. Not everybody can be All-American. Not everybody can be first team. Not everybody can be All-Conference. Everybody can be the best you're capable of being. Not everybody can be an A student. I understand that. Just be the best that you can be. The third rule is just show love for other people. I'm an old man. My birthday candles cost more than a cake. I want you to understand. And I understand that, but the one thing I do know, no matter how old you are, you're always going to have problems. You're always going to have challenges. You're always going to have difficulty. I'm an old man, as I said. It's not that you don't have problems. It's being able to handle the problems you have. And I have a strong faith in God. I don't preach it. I don't know how people handle problems without a faith in God, but that's just me on fire. But if you can build love on a football team, that's why I'm confident about Florida State. Every time I mention Florida State because of Bobby Bowden, and I don't want to say it in front of this group. I always refer to you as that half-assed Indian tribe that's semi-holy. But I mean, that's why I feel confident that Florida State will win on Saturday because of the love you have on this team. Now, obviously, Coach Simmons be 5th in the country. You have it on your team. You have love on a team. It's unbeatable. And when I read about the quarterbacks in the hospital, all the teammates go over to see it, that's love. That's caring. Now, my wife and I were married for 59 years. And, cheaper to keep her. She's a great gal, and I'm truly blessed. But she used to get mad because she said, how can you talk about love on a football team or in life with a stupid bumper sticker you had on your car? I had a bumper sticker on my car. She didn't like it. I thought it was funny. We'd go to church on Sunday. She'd make me park in the back of the lot where people couldn't see it. The bumper sticker said, Jesus loves you. Everybody else thinks you're an asshole. That's what it says. That's what the bumper sticker really says. But if you develop a trust, which comes from doing the right thing, you develop a commitment to excellence by being the best you can be, you develop a love, that's all it is. We're not talking about nuclear physics, I'm talking about complicated. I've had a lot of great games, been involved. Everybody wants to talk to me about the Catholics versus convict game. when we played Miami in '88. And I didn't like that. I said, that's so unfair to call Catholic versus convict. Because in all honesty, not all our team was Catholic. we have we have a luncheon before that game I'll never forget. I walk in late, the guy gets up to give the interview or the invocations. He looked down at me and said, Coach, my name's Father Leo. I don't remember his last name. I remember Leo because that's my middle name. He said, I'm Father Leo. I'm the team chaplain. I'm a Catholic priest. We've won 36 in a row. We plan on making the 37th. And he looked right at me and he said, Coach, I want you to understand one thing. God doesn't care who wins this game. Let us pray. So it came my turn to get up. I looked at him. I said, Father Leo, I agree with you. God doesn't care who wins this game. I promise you, his mother has great interest in the outcome of the game. But I think you have to be able to laugh in life. And I was tough as a coach. But I also got him to laugh from time to time. At the luncheon, one of the guys gets up, and a guy named Craig Hedrick kicked for 11 years for the Nashville team. And he gets up, and we usually had 3 players a week get up and talk about their experience at Notre Dame. Instead of talking about experience at Notre Dame, the sucker goes into a tirade how unfair I was to coaches. He said, we're the only school in America traveled with 1 kicker and 3 priests, which was true. Because he did the punting, the place kicking, he did it all. And the sucker wouldn't let go. We got done, I looked at him, I said, Craig, if you kick better, we'd only need to travel with 1 priest. You know, that's it. Now, if I went back into coaching today, I think I'd be as effective as I've ever been, but I'd have to change. You have to understand this. My high school coach, 5 years before that, was at Iwo Jima. He had a broken finger. Don't tell me about the broken finger. You get knocked out, they run smelling salt. How many fingers? 2. That's close enough. Put them back in. But young people today are different. And I have to be different as a coach. See, what you say to young people today is important. It's not near as important as your tone of voice. Your tone of voice is not near as important as your facial expression. You can't scream and holler at him. So if a guy screwed up, you say, Jim, that's a dumbass thing to do. I want you to have no idea how mad I am. You'll find out about it. And I'm not sure I could handle the nil. I never had money going to school. My father had a 3rd grade education. And nobody in our family had ever gone to college, let alone graduate. So we never had any money. Never had any money in my pocket. But you know what? You learn to live with what you could afford, not what you wanted. I don't think you should be paid unless you work at McDonald's. You're going to college, you get an education, and football is a great educational experience for you. And I get upset about all the selfishness that I see in athletics today, and I think a lot of that has to go back to money. But it's also the coach's fault, because their coaches chase the money. And on my bed, above my bed for inspiration, I have a picture of Jumbo Fisher. I mean, the sucker gets $76 million to lose. Is this a great country or what? If the coaches chase the money, then the schools chase the money. All these conference changes that they say where Florida State was thinking about maybe changing because you need to be in a better conference, whatever. But now the players are chasing it. I think let's teach you to grow, to develop, to make good choices. And understand that everything's not about physical possessions. And then transfer portal. I'm against the transfer portal. I think all you do is transfer the address of your problems. You have to learn to be patient, persevere, and work, and wait your turn. And when it comes along, you'll be ready. But you pick a school because you want that on your diploma, not because you can play. Daniel starts at Southern Cal as a freshman, starts for Georgia as a sophomore, starts for West Virginia as a junior, and this year starting for Rice as a senior, and I don't know where he'll be next year. 4 different schools in 4 years, that's not the way athletics should be. So I just feel that that's one of the biggest problems we have in life today. But just as you go through life, and I'm an old man as I mentioned, and I don't have many regrets. Don't have a lot of regrets when you get done. You do everything the very best of your ability and then let it go. That's all you can do. But it's great to watch college athletics. I did TV for 11 years, and I enjoyed it. Television, you just talk to you, think of something to say. That's all. Then there's a guy named Mark May. Now, I want to tell you, I love Mark May, but he and I were different. Our difference of opinion on TV was authentic. Because, see, he was a player, and I was a coach. He made suggestions, I made decisions. He showered after work, I showered before work. He signed a paycheck on the back, I signed it on the front. So you're going to have a difference of opinion. But what I was convinced of, it was when they turned that red light on, I was going to have fun. No matter what you do, have fun. Ain't coaching. Maybe I have a headache, but every day I walked out on the football field. First thing I said is, boy, what a great day to work. I'm so glad to be here. See, if you're having fun, people want to be around you. Tom Sawyer is a prime example of that. Boy, is this fun painting the fence. Oh, no, I'm having too much fun doing it. So I had fun doing it. Doesn't mean you don't do dumb things. One of the times I got on there, called it University of Auburn. Well, the next week he'd go on and apologize that I called it University of Auburn. Many of you wrote to tell me it's Auburn University. I appreciate it. I'm a quick learner. I won't make the mistake again. You don't have to write me anymore. I got it. I then turned to Reese Davis and said, Reese, I had no idea that many people from Auburn could write. You want to talk about death threats that came in after that. But just have fun with what you do as you go along. I see my time is just about up, but I am struggling physically, but mentally I still enjoy life, and I enjoy football, and I look forward to seeing it. God has blessed me in so many ways. When I was born during the Depression in a cellar by Dr. McGraw. We had 2 bedrooms, one for my sister and myself and my family. 2 rooms. We had a kitchen and a half bath. The half bath did not have a tub, a shower, and sink. We lived there for 7 years. There's no welfare, no food stamps, no safety net. But I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth because I was born in this country. And I was thankful. I thought if you're willing to believe and work hard and not blame other people, make good choices, you could have a great future. And I'm all for immigration, but come here legally. You come here to become us. Don't come here and make me become you. I don't do that very, very well. As I say, I was born with a silver spoon, but I leave with this very last thought. First of all, thank you, Mr. Johnny Devine, for being with me and being a Notre Dame alum. And I think, my God, they let him in and turn me down. Life is not real fair, but I was here 7 years ago, and hopefully dementia won't keep me from coming back again. But I leave you this very last thought. You want to be happy for an hour? Eat a steak. You want to be happy for a week? Play golf. You want to be happy for, excuse me, you want to be happy for a day? Play golf. You want to be happy for a week? Go on a cruise. You want to be going on a cruise like being in jail. Except you have a chance to drown, but that's what you want to do. Want to be happy for a month? Buy a new car. Want to be happy for a year? Win the lottery. Want to be happy for a lifetime? Make sure people would miss you if you didn't show up. The only people you miss are those that have valued other people's lives. Remember the two most important days of your life. One's your birthday. The other's the day you were discover why you were born. We discover we're born in order to help other people. Thank you for having me. It's your fault for bringing me here. Thank you. God bless you.